scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. Clear.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat.
If this shift doesn't end soon, my man is not gonna be happy.
Yes? You needed something?
Hello.
Okay. Hello. Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard? Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Howdy.
I mean, I don't like the UC any more than the next guy, but they've got the credits.
Look, you didn't hear it from me, but I got a tip there's a way to hack the Vanguard exam. Better score.
Yes?
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
You know it was some UC general that condemned Londinium? Gave it over to these things. One of these gurus said he was in.
Is there a problem? Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber.
I've spent a
could not
fair
use
bit of time
enough
in
to get in one of
simulators
those
just
things.
like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us. As you know.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already... Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there. While I can't answer that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use... The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a... Just head in whenever you're ready. Ready. Prepare for your first opponent.
New targets active.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuwala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment. Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score. If you wish to continue, you may restart the test from the system terminal. Simulation reset. Prepare for your first opponent.
New targets active.
control terminal.
Shutting down.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you need? Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did? Then let's get to them. So, looking at the data? Skip the murals altogether, huh? Not that they're required or anything, but naturally inquisitive folks tend to do well in this organization. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4, not too shabby. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that wave are some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away.
If I had any reservations about flying with you, they are now gone. Well done.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Pretty standard for combat assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to join the cause.
10 years can be a long time. You must be certain it is something you actually care about.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies? Fantastic. Then just follow me.
Something to report?
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the skies. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard: honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy? Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the Vanguard, provisional member, and to give you this. The Vanguard uniform is a symbol of our dedication to the cause of United Colonies security. Let it be your shield against any threat you may face in your service. See that you do. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you? That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
Yes? Indeed I do. All yours. All right then.
Everything good? We're here to help. To the city.
Hey, no loitering.
Hi there.
Even bigger.
Howdy.
Here at all. Pull it for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can.
Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Herath. Pleasure to be working with you.
It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up there. Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair.
In addition to the standard issue welcome, Med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship.
My people will have everything on your ship before. So, paying... Nice easy one for your first job. Any questions before you head out? Then I won't keep.
Make us look good out there.
Look who decided to drop by. Hey, got some news for you. That computer core you gave me, I asked an old friend to help me poke around inside it, see what data we could find. I did ask Ren, but his skills are all about ships and their systems, so that's the only kind of data he really knows how to dig for. If you wanted data on anything outside his wheelhouse, like other types of watchtower tech, we needed a fresh set of eyes. A fresh set of eyes that knew how to hack into complex computer systems. Someone like my old friend. Oh, just someone I knew from Neon. His name's Shadowline. That's not his real name, of course. It's more like an alias. He's a cyber runner. You know, hacking, cybersecurity, digital warfare, all that good stuff. We kept in contact after I left Neon. Good guy. Sure did. Now, I already knew Watchtower likes to dabble in cybernetic tech. One look at Gren gives that away. But what I didn't know is just how varied and niche their tech can be. Body mods, organ replacement, and a whole series of neuroamps. If Watchtower ever commercialized, they put Ryujin out of business. Anyway, what we managed to pull data on is blueprints for some of Watchtower's neuroamps. Only basic models, but still, nothing to thumb your nose at. I'm no expert, but from what we pulled, looks like Watchtower's got amps that can boost someone's ship flying abilities. Think, faster weapon locking, sharper maneuvering, basically anything to turn a regular pilot into a seasoned pro. Yeah, found mentions of it, sure, but no solid data on how to actually reproduce any of it. Like I said, stuff like body mods, organ replacements, and a bunch of other crazy things. But who knows? Maybe at some point, we'll find the keys to unlocking some of that. Wouldn't that be something? Not me, no. First, I asked Gren if he could build them, but he said something about him being engineer, not a doctor, which got me thinking. I just so happen to know a few doctors, and at least one who has experience in cybernetics, Dr. Lane. So I asked if she'd mind joining us here. She agreed, and now we got a medic to treat ailments. Also, she can research and build Watchtower spec neuroamps. Not bad, huh? If you're interested, go to the new infirmary and talk to Dr. Lane. She can fill you in on the specifics. Now, anything I can help you with? Toss it here, and I'll take a look. Just a moment, and I'll extract what I can. Slate's toast, but it did reveal a listening post is in a distant system. Coordinates sent. Take a look if you want, but stay safe, all right? Watchtower aren't pushovers. Huh. I hadn't thought of that, but I suppose it's possible. There's a whole bunch of people and organizations out there whose only job is to find information others would rather remain hidden. If we passed along the means on how to search and scan for Watchtower outposts, they may be able to find them for us. Of course it'll cost you. These guys aren't going to help us out of the goodness of their hearts. But if you're willing to cough up the credits... Since it's you asking, I'll give it a try. I still got... Guess I should ask. You have a preference on the kind... I'll get on it right away. Sit tight. I'll reach out to some folks. We're done. Slate had intel on a post. I've sent what we extracted to your nav. Just got fresh. Didn't think I was that interesting, but sure, go ahead. Well, guess there's no harm in sharing. Like I told you before, grew up in Neon, not exactly a nurturing environment. My folks kicked me out when I was 14. Guess they figured I was either too much trouble or not enough of an asset. Spent the next few years scraping by. Petty crime, odd jobs, whatever kept me fed. It was rough. Lost hope more than once. After a while, I figured there was nothing for me in Neon. So I got out, left it all behind. All right, but don't say I didn't warn you. It's not exactly a feel-good story. Before I left Neon, I fell in with a street gang. They worked as debt collectors for local dealers. I didn't like it. Survival doesn't give you much room for morals. I needed the credits. One day, a rival gang jumped us. It got ugly. A fight broke out. I got shot in the stomach, acid burns on my face. You know what my so-called crew did? They ran, left me bleeding out in some filthy alley. Didn't even look back. When a security patrol found me, they didn't help either. Just another Neon street kid, not worth their time. If it hadn't been for the local medic taking pity and patching me up, I don't think I'd have made it. That was the wake-up call I needed to get the hell out of there. And I never looked back. I joined this company, the Field Surgeons. Kinda like freelance medics. They go around treating people who can't afford real doctors. I didn't even have any medical training. Mostly, I just joined to get out of Neon. But I didn't mind the work, and it felt good to help people. Anyway, eventually all the rules and regs became too much for me, so I took what credits I earned, bought myself a junker, and just set a course wherever. For a time, I just jumped from port to port, never staying anywhere for too long. That is, until I heard of a derelict star station off the beaten track. I was curious, so I went to take a look. It was just a wreck. Abandoned, forgotten. Kinda reminded me of someone. I don't know why, but I decided to plant my flag, start fixing the station up bit by bit. And now it's freedom, safety, even home. Guess that's what I needed. Sure thing. Always here if you want to talk more later. Wait, before you go, I've been thinking some more about those spy arrays. I've managed to gather a little more info on them. It's not much. A lot of it is guesswork, really. Still, I think you might find it useful. The arrays seem to be linked in a sorta network. If a critical major array is attacked, you can expect a more aggressive response from Watchtower. As well as any of the less important minor arrays it was linked to self-destructing once the major one has been destroyed, and they lose connection. But perhaps if you were to destroy some of the less important minor arrays first, it will lessen Watchtower's reaction when you attack a major one. And you'd be able to salvage more components too. But how you go about it is down to you. You'll have to decide on a strategy you think works best. I've made my notes on my terminal. Feel free to check them out for yourself. Might also help you keep tabs on the systems you've already cleared. Anyway, that was all. Later.
No need to say another word. I read you loud and clear. Oh, and I'll settle that bill for the headed fours. Don't even worry about it. Let's get out there and do something new today, shall we?
Your arrival has been logged. Is there a specific... All Skydrop mod... Accessing Starship... Please outline your... I can provide deep... Thank you for your visit.
Landing procedure initiated.
Hello there.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation.
car is just getting warmed up. Someone or something will clean up whatever is left behind. Damn it! Do the best you can do.
And just like that, we're in space.
Captain Xavier. It is.
Got a call someone's power kept going out. Know what it was?
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear.
Contrary to...
Ah, crime has slowed down since you... Not right now, Captain. I might have something for you later. See you later.
Landing commencing.
An abandoned meatpacking facility built on the fringes of the settled systems. I wonder what happened here. Something looked to have been motivated by theft that left everything in place. Make it worse. At least we know it wasn't the Crimson Fleet. Regardless, I think it knows you're here. I'll unlock the door. Second floor, main building. But be quiet. Probably a being threatened, so perhaps we should listen to her.
So what do we got here? You're too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. You see on patrol, maybe? You'll make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out for a stroll. Vanguard, huh? Yeah, I expect they didn't. I'm Hadrian. I was a researcher with the UC. I came here on a rumor of a... Well, I expect you saw the results on your way in. What's left of the settlers? The work of Oxysio Machina. A terramorph. One of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with. And this one, well, it's something of an anomaly. Possibly a worrying one.
A terramorph? Here? Why did you not state that immediately?
I sure could. Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature, I'm gonna need a tissue sample from it. And to get that, I need its corpse. But there is a way we can give ourselves an edge against this thing. The plant's security system. The admin terminal's here in this building, but it needs its connection reset. And as I found out, that's not a one-person job. But if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back online. See if the settlers left us any other tools. Good. Once I see the connection reset, I'll get things underway on my end. Take care of yourself out there. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
System offline.
Connection restored. I'll make this quick. Plant's turrets took a beating. But I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes.
Extra ammunition is
Just get
always
the thing to
welcome if
chase
I
you
have
down the
any.
alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire. Oh, hello? I wish I'd found this earlier. You notice those sensors around the facility? Part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tabs on how close the terramorph is. But it's not connected to this network. There should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 183.5. Tracker's reading green. And what's that sound?
The security lockdown is active.
Shit. Stop. Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move. Look, with that thing on the move, my advice, avoid direct engagement. The kill lanes, they're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live. Once they're online, lead the terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks. Give it hell, Vanguard.
Done. Do you think, to mark the occasion, we would be allowed to take a small piece? As a trophy? I suppose not.
Tracker's gone quiet. Wait. You did it, didn't you? Oh, yeah. You didn't happen to grab me? All right.
you think, to mark the occasion, we would be allowed to take a small piece? As a trophy? I suppose not.
Power levels insufficient. Proceed to next power breaker.
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready. A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers? You killed a terramorph on your first mission. If I could be frank for a moment, holy shit. Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it? Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one. But, if none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering this sample? A researcher. Let me see that. Sanan. I know that name. Let me check the database. Huh. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens. In the run-up to the Colony War, the UC started a program with a singular goal. Find the deadliest, most terrifying aliens in the galaxy, and have them fight on the side of the UC. Never saw any of the deployments myself, but the program was clearly enough of a success that when the war came to an end 20 years ago, both sides agreed to have the practice banned. At which point, I presume, this tribunal decided to cut Sanan loose. Notation says that Sanan already faced punishment for her actions during the war. Dismissal from the UC military. And her sending you to me first makes me think she's actually trying to do this above board. Considering her history, reaching out to the UC probably wasn't the easiest decision. Which means that must be a pretty important sample. Certainly seems that way. Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special? I see. This has been one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. I did actually have another mission lined up for you, supporting UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet. But now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or deliver that sample. I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Now, if there wasn't anything else, I suggest you move out.
Now would
Carrying
be a
too
good
many
time
odds
to
and ends.
reprioritize. What we bring.
about us and what we leave behind. Or sell. Or throw away.
Ah, Captain.
Even.
Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard. Here on Vanguard business, enjoy your time in New Atlantis.
Yes? What?
Hello.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal in general goods.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Hey.
Pardon. Please, if you experience any issue, welcome to UC Distribution. I have been told. Also, if you're... Yes. Back to it, then.
Okay. Hello. Yes? What?
Hey. Okay, hello.
Don't get caught empty-handed. Restock now.
Hey, no loitering.
Building Sidonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape. I suspect this solar system would be abandoned otherwise.
condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home.
Excuse me.
Always nice to kick back at the Broken Spear after a long day.
What a day.
Zoid's truck oil? It turns out it was just another deep water deposit.
Look at this
Do you
place.
imagine anyone actually
I can't
enjoys
imagine
living
being
here?
cramped down here,
Simply
choking on the
cannot.
fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
Do you now? Well, I do wish I could help you, Captain, but Dr. Walker has been missing for some time.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best. They were all devils. Red Devils. A UC Marine unit based here on Mars, though they were disbanded shortly after the Colony War. I presume a number of them served alongside Dr. Walker. Bonds forged in battle and all that. Dr. Walker decided to start brewing and selling his own pharmaceuticals to our customers. Below cost. Something his contract expressly forbade. As such, we requested our cut of the profits and began garnishing his salary. Perhaps a little too severely, but well within legal limits. It was around then that he ran off, abandoning his duty and his unpaid accounts. That's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services. He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and get him to pay, the Trade Authority would be most grateful for it.
Just this one time? I am all too aware that once one starts doing favors for the Trade Authority, it can be difficult to stop.
Why? Feeling charitable?
I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something substantial. So if you were able to find him and convince him to clear his accounts, you would have our honest gratitude.
It is your choice, but be careful. Do not let him talk you into more.
Wonderful. I suggest paying a visit to the Sixth Circle, what I suppose is technically a bar on the lowest level of the city. If anyone knows where Percival is, the miscreants there would. But I would urge caution. They're not a group known for their hospitality.
You bothering me for a reason? Well, well, look what the Martian winds blew. Leaving already? I was just getting interested.
Just because the governor's office is right there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
Did you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships for the UC Navy? If you ask me, that's a hell of a lucrative contract.
No time to chit-chat. I'm here on important business. Have you been taking Aurora? That's a crazy thing to say to someone. That's a fair point. Maybe I'm catastrophizing here. Maybe I can handle the penalty. I guess it doesn't matter if I say I didn't do it then. Today's not my day, is it? Then again, better than being dead. You win, friend. You win.
There's nothing like fresh air filters. Am I right?
Very practical.
The Red
to
Planet
seal
lives
this
up to
off
its
and make it
name, huh?
habitable. Also rather visually pleasing.
When the luck turns.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin. Doc Walker? Well, you're barking up the wrong...
Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some stray...
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd. I take it. You can see it in their eyes. We don't belong here.
Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker? That's so. Now, if that tag's a forgery, it's a damn good one. All right. Maybe she did send you. Or maybe you just know where to buy your fakes. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. his debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend. Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC xenoweapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils, and didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the Colony War ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with xenoweapons got shelved. Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory. Me? Nah. Infantry officer. But my grunts deployed alongside the things. Never seen anything like it. Before or since. Monsters from the darkest corners of the Black, rampaging across the battlefield. And understand why they banned them. Brutal. Armistice hurt us more than most, but... wow. Wasn't all bad that came out of that agreement. Well... most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the Authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Crossing the Trade Authority could be perilous. There are real stakes here.
But, one friend of Hadrian's to another, Sidonia's full of old utility spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the Authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these. And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Hey, you! Maybe Hadrian's friend. Come here. Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, good, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle. Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh, I know what comes next.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore. Biggest employer on Mars has always been Demo Star Yards. After the Colony War, armistice meant they needed a lot fewer warships. Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. That meant a lot of folks scrounging for work around here. Oh, yeah. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far, shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
You should have it free soon. When you have the time, of course. We talk?
What?
Sidonia can have a depressing effect on some people. Make sure to get yourself help before it becomes a problem.
Hi there.
The UC Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them holstered at all times. The miners pretty much run the lower levels here.
Sergeant Booth at your service. If you have a... Don't let me keep you.
Anything? Need some work done? Okay, sure. Okay, no problem.
have the time. Gosh, to speak to you. Profit is never necessarily the aim, but if there is something, if you have the time, I wish to speak to you.
I have something I really need to talk to you about.
Pardon. The mark's mine.
These access stairs best to not see the last of these spacers. I hope we remember the way back to the surface. There's something I need to talk to you about.
Give up now! Fire! Suppress them! Fire!
Key clear. Hostile is down.
I smell cover! Sitting ducks out there! Move!
Clear. I am standing down.
Profit is never necessarily the aim, but if there is something worth taking... When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
going down!
Bring it! Can't hear anything!
UC security! Surrender immediately!
We need to regroup. You had your chance. Lay down the fire. I'm going for it.
Exposed! Take cover!
You're through!
Repositioning!
Comes with the territory, I suppose. Care to share your troubles?
Want to put that weapon away? You're making me nervous.
Regardless of how I present myself, rather than comradeship, honestly. A bit paranoid. Everyone I've spoken to has nothing but complimentary things to say about you. If that is truly the case, why do I often find myself excluded from other members' activities and gatherings. Having someone from House Varunamala. They're unsure if you even wish to be approached at all. Give them time, Andreja. They'll come around. I promise. Yeah, what is it?
Hey. With that boost pack.
Yes?
Got enough. Get it in.
Is that for selling later or personal use? There's still quite a bit of mineral wealth down here. Perhaps it would be worth our time to survey the area for more.
Hi. How you doing?
Hello.
Yeah?
Whoa, whoa. Any reason you can't holster that? City security. Stand down.
We're under attack! Watch out for crossfire!
How are you easing into things, Andreja? Is our mutual acquaintance helping with the transition? What's that?
Give me some covering fire!
System failure.
Suspect has been neutralized. You're in the Vanguard, right? Hey, thanks for your service.
lasers, huh? Good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to... Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, Thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Accepted. Initiating analysis. Compound analysis complete. Adding to existing notation. Collating. Process complete. You may collect your documentation.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the pressure room. I'll be waiting at the circle.
suppose the miners who once operated this eventually found safer duct tape to make a living. There's something I need to tell you about. I wish to speak to you.
Cool. Right? Suit.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want to charge you for D, P, and A and B, B and E, or heaven forbid,
How you like
an
that
MS.
laser gun?
Pure. These things. You want to worry about a VOP, am I right?
Your ship is way bigger than Dad's.
If you have the time, there's something I'd like to discuss. I'm listening.
I'm up for a little adventure.
Your ship smells so much better than Dad's.
If you have the time, I wish to speak.
Sidonia can have a depressing effect on some people.
Error. Reading procedure 005799BF. Not found.
plate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing pitches and stuff like that? You can try if you feel confident, but I didn't want to push our luck. Besides, if that drug... So, you think you can sell? Aw, this is gonna... Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to... Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Time is money, love, so if you've got something to say, then say it.
Was there something else? I'm never one to turn away an opportunity, but I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian that others have missed.
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before.
And exactly what does this new drug of yours do? An interesting proposal, if your data pans out. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers, or so I've heard. Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials, the licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened, thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug? Dr. Walker's dead? Well, it seems we... And here, a finder's fee from the Authority. Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts.
Yeah? Did you know? My end of the bargain then. He's holed up in the old Red Devils. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit. We snuck him in the back. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs. Yeah, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Hey, look. I didn't realize you were actually gonna help Percival. You're all right.
The miners pretty much run the lower level.
If you have the time, I wish to discuss. Did Vladimir inform you?
Yes? Pardon.
Well, we clearly can't get through this way. Perhaps we should try making our way down using the caves in the back of the area.
Hello.
break it open. Must be the place. Power is still on, at least partially. Shall we see if anyone is home?
Got me out of the red with the trade authority. Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Adrian sent you. Did she look okay? A terramorph. She's fortunate to be alive at all. Hope you two had plenty of backup. So what's this she had you bring all the way down here after putting you in harm's way? Adrian said that, huh? If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Talk?
Can I help?
Can we speak for a moment?
There's something I need to talk to you about. You've got something for me?
I wanted to thank you. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them? I think none of us were expecting what we have found. Well, perhaps Matteo. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation? I cannot tell if that is a compliment or an attempt to avoid the question. I will assume the former. I have a very different background from the rest of Constellation. I carry myself differently. I worry that some of the others are unable to see past this. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death. Yes, exactly. I survived. That was the only goal. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite. That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you. I know this seems trivial. Perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I've never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense? And yet here we are, working together. And that has, I think, gone very well. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence. Indeed it was. And now I hope you can see why. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.